Hiya, hi YouTube, hope you're well. I wanted to say hi. It's Friday. I like to do videos on a Friday. There's a lot going on in the world at the moment, and what we picked up on recently, the Trump attempted assassination. When I looked in, it was all arranged by them themselves. There wasn't really a real assassination. It was more to do, it was a play, a pantomime, which is what these people do. It's to grab your attention. What I see is there's going to be a lot of attention on the dark, and that's where they want your attention. They want to trigger all the fears and the insecurities and the trauma frequencies within you, because then you're easier to control and you'll accept conditions that you wouldn't normally accept. So what you're seeing is a dying breed, a dying society, where we've conducted society with politics. I learnt the hard way of politics. I was very much a firm believer in Donald Trump and thought he was going to save the world, and that was in the saviour energy. So why we want someone to save us is because we've got victim energies in us, and we're very, very much programmed into the saviour. Now, victim energies come from being victimised as children, and even though we can be grown adults, we can still have those frequencies within us, which then can manipulate how we perceive reality and what glasses we wear, so then we can look outside of ourselves waiting for somebody else to save us, and the political system is there. We will save you and make your life better, but actually that is not the case. These people that are in this system is part of a system that is a very much alien system. It's not natural to the human race. It is a system that benefits them and doesn't benefit us. And therefore it's learning about actually why you're creating the life that you're doing, and not looking outside of yourself to help somebody else to create that for you, or get the understanding or purpose for your life from somebody else. It's the purpose comes from yourself, and therefore it's understanding yourself. So for many, many years, I've been on a journey of understanding myself, and through that journey I've been able to help others also with the light that I have within. We all have this light. We're all connected to the same light as the heart consciousness. But this can be very much ignored, and it has been very manipulated and abused, the heart consciousness, collectively, and therefore people shy away from it. They're too traumatized, and this is when people have gone to sleep. And then when you have an awakening and wake up, you wake up to the energies that you have within. So I started to wake up when I was 27. I started to feel my heart. From the age of up to 27, I kind of lived very much on my mental side. My decisions were all based on my mental side, my mental programming that came from childhood, on how to survive through life. And my heart was like, no, you're here to live, and you're here to be free. And then I was like, well, I thought I was free, and my heart was like, no, you're not free at all. And then I started to learn about beliefs and perceptions and all these things that have kept us imprisoned inside ourselves. And that has taken me on a massive journey of understanding the system itself. How, that there's people here on earth, they look human, but they aren't human. There's another level of them that looks very reptilian, and another level on top of that is very AI. So it's understanding, and then understanding, actually we're being ruled by real psychopaths. The reason they're kind of psychopaths because these people they're very small left brain, and our left brain is our heart, and very large right brain, or allow their right brain to be over dominant, and therefore they become very heartless. And some have gone so far there's no heart at all, there's very little light, they just run on AI and belief structures. So this is why we have lots of psychos in our reality. So, and then understanding that system, and then what's kept us controlled is the religious system, and they've created that, and then people stop looking towards themselves and understanding who they are, because that is the purpose of your life, to understand who you are. So I wrote a book. I wrote a book about my journey. Now, obviously, some of you may know, if you've been on Patreon, or I may have shared on YouTube. I've been on YouTube for quite a while. When I woke up at 27, loads of shit happened. Loads. But I was told I had been mind programmed, and did not believe it at all. It was like laughable. And then when about 2 years later I got my first memory of being programmed as a little girl, and this led to many memories coming through over many years. If I got them all at once, I don't think I would have been able to cope, because they're quite horrific. But I was basically at the fore, I was able to see how these beings worked, and I was the programmer was connected to the British royal family, so energetically, for all my life, and discovered this, and then learned how to disconnect. I was connected to the royal family. So when I was a little girl, I met the Queen, I met Prince Philip, I met people connected to the royal families like Jimmy Savile and everything. They were very much involved in the programming that I had as a little girl. And this is a story of my memories, and it's a story of becoming free from those frequencies. And we all have a story, and our story is very, very important. It's very important to us to understand our story and our life, and how our life, why we're creating the life that we're creating. We find comforting that, that there is, we're not creating the life we're creating, that shit just happens to us. And but actually we are our own creators, and it's becoming aware of that we are the creative force. And that can seem really difficult to understand, like, why would I create this much shit in my life? But you were creating it to break free. So all the stuff that happened to me as an adult, as a child, I was very vulnerable to my surroundings. I just absorbed everything that was going on, and learnt the best to survive through it. But as an adult, I brought all that energy, I attracted all those energies back in. So the fight that I've had as an adult is because those energies lay within me. And the reason I brought it in was because to heal the little girl within me, to heal her, and to also understand why they did this and why this was done, and so I can make peace with it. So this is my story. So I wrote a book. This is my book. It's One Set of Footprints, and you can buy it. I'll put the link up so you can actually buy the physical book. I'm kind of old school, so I like the physical book. Or you can actually download it today, and it's much cheaper on Patreon. You don't have to be a member of Patreon, but you just go to the shop area, which I'll put a link up for as well, and you can read my story. So the encounters that I've had with the royals, and to discovering the matrix, and the light bodies, and everything that's happened over many years, and how my abilities have flourished through it. Because the more we understand ourselves, the more we accept the heart in, the more light comes in, and therefore we can see way more of ourselves, and then we see way more of others. And obviously part of my journey is helping others understand themselves. So, and which we can all do. The abilities I have, everybody has. So it's understanding those abilities, and why the feminine, the psychic side of us has been so suppressed. The book I'll tell you. I tell you all in the book. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. And we do have a Q&A tonight, so if you want to, you are welcome to come along. I'll put the link up for that as well. This is where I remote view. I never know what the questions are going to be, and I just remote view and just see what's going on in the world. Okay, sending lots of love. You take care. Bye.